I bought this HiSense Canvas TV, and in this video, I'll show you how to hide your wires in the wall for a TV like this. As you can see, here is the back of my TV, and you can see the channel in the TV where the cables need to travel. Here's the type of cable wall plate that I got. I'll have links in the description below. I made some marks on the wall to roughly know where the TV will be mounted and where the cables need to be. In my case, I'll be going right through the wall because on the back side of this TV wall is where I plan to keep all my electronics hidden. Let's open this up, and here's what this looks like up close and personal. I outlined the shape that I need to cut out of the drywall, and I used a utility knife to make my cut. Once it was cut, I pushed it through inside into the wall. One thing I discovered is that I have a 2x4 here running on the right side. So what I did next to make sure that I come through on the same side of the 2x4 on the opposite wall is I used a super long drill bit with a drill and made a hole in the drywall right from this side. You can kind of barely see it, but this way I know exactly where to make my cut. You can technically do the same thing with a super long screwdriver. Here's the type of cable wall plate that I got for the other side. This one came with a cutting template, so I taped it to the back wall and again used the utility knife to cut the drywall out. This time I pushed it from the opposite side and removed it. Next, I installed two wall anchors and made sure they lined up with my wall plate. Before installing the plate, I made sure to thread the cables through it so that way it will be easier to run the cables first through the wall before installing the wall plate. For convenience, use your mouth to hold the cables. Don't worry, the cables were sterilized somewhere in Amazon warehouse, so it's totally safe. Once I threaded the cables, I installed the wall plate. I just used a screwdriver to make sure I don't ruin the anchors with high torque if I used a drill. On the backside, I did the same thing. I threaded all the cables through the wall first and then installed the wall plate using a screwdriver. This plate didn't require wall anchors as it had a mechanism on the back side to secure it to the drywall. And that's it. Check out how I installed this outdoor camera next.